Hi everyone! So today I want to be talking about this other book that I've been reading. It's called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So I just completed about 10-11 hours of it. It's on Audible. I do realize that I have this theme when it comes to my vlogs. Initially I wanted it to be more about trading, but recently I've seen that it's becoming more about personal development because it's August and there's not much to trade. When you're thinking about your calendar year when it comes to trading, there will be months where it's a bit more quiet, and if you want to schedule your holidays or anything, this is the perfect time to be doing it. And for me, I'll be focusing this month on studying a lot of old stuff that I've left behind for a while, reading back my old notes, going back 1 year to see my journal and what kind of trades that I've taken last year and whether it worked out or not. More of like a recalibrating yourself and getting ready for the last quarter of the year. I realized that because thanks to Audible, I actually managed to finish books way faster than I anticipated, even though these books such as The Convoluted Universe by Dolores Cannon and Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural, they are more than 10 hours long, but because I've been playing them while I commute to the gym, sometimes during the gym, first thing when I wake up, right before I go to bed, I can finish them within a week or maximum 2 weeks. This is one of the life hacks that I've used ever since I started my cabin crew journey when I was like 21 years old, and thanks to Audible and refund policy, I was able to treat it as a book buffet and return a book every time I finish it and then use the same credit to get a new book. They are much more strict now because they probably caught on a lot of people doing that. Right now I'm at a stage where a bit more financially stable, where I wouldn't mind paying for an extra credit in a month. Let's get into the book. As I was saying, he actually put in a lot of images and ideas that I've been a believer of into this book, and he perfectly matched up scientific studies and collection of data to match it into spirituality. So for me, I always feel like science is lagging behind spirituality. So the things that can be explained, the paranormal activities that can be explained with science, we call it New Age science. And then those that we cannot explain with science just yet, we throw them under this whole bracket of supernatural and woo-woo stuff that no one should believe in. But now more and more tools and instruments have been created for us to be able to capture all these things that our five senses are unable to digest. So all these tools and instruments are sort of like an extension of our inbuilt senses, because it's capturing things that we are not used to and putting it into this tiny little spectrum, a fraction of the entire spectrum that we can consume, as something that we are finally beginning to accept that is real. So I'm just going to show you some of the PDFs that he attached into the audiobook. So I've also posted them in my Instagram called Healing Joyce Tan, so if you guys are interested to see more, you can find it there. He showed where the pineal gland is and also how we can use it to get all these kind of supernatural experiences. But that is, the further thing in the road. But the immediate thing that we can use like right now is manifesting our dreams, pulling things that we are constantly attracted by, but because we chase it, it runs away from us, right? The thing is, if you are able to see someone else, living in Beverly Hills, having big houses and all that, because you have been putting it into your awareness, you are able to achieve it. But a lot of times we tell ourselves stories such as we are not deserving, this is someone else's life, this is not mine, and then we just accepted things as it is. If you have the ability, for example, a mobile phone, to see something that you like, you have exactly what it takes to deserve it. Alright, so I'm going to read to you a passage that I've written just yesterday. I really resonate with this, but you can also hear how my mind is like jumping all over the place just by one little article. So here it goes. As I'm reading Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural, the phrase heart-brain coherence keeps coming into my mind. How do I achieve it and how do I measure the achievement of it? So I received this analogy. I did not write it. It's something that I received from Infinite Intelligence. So the heart is the seat of the soul. I'm sure you guys have read that book or seen it somewhere before. And the brain, to me, is the inbuilt telecommunicator with the universe. So this is what we came with from our 5D self to stay in touch with our, unlimited self by having this brain inside of us. So the body is the ship which contains the two 5-dimensional attributes. The attributes are your soul and this ability to telecommunicate in the 3-dimensional world. So the ship also has 5 tools that we call the 5 senses, and it translates vibrations such as sound wave, electromagnetic spectrum range and interpret the 5 elements such as water, fire, air, earth, and ether. We are also beginning to pick up a lot of different signals and ranges using instruments as the extension of our tools. And we go through life picking up information and translating them into emotions. For example, the beautiful house that you see, is this emotion to you something happy or something sad? So with that we pick up, we then let our higher self decide what is in line with our purpose and what is not. Is this something that is ultimately in line with you or not? So it could easily be picking up a negative thought and then putting a positive spin on it. So maybe initially you're like, oh, I'm not deserving of this house, and then you move into like, if I can dream it, I can achieve it. So after you put on a positive spin on it and then you send it back to the universe and you consider it done. So that's the simple version of talking to God. Or another complicated kind of example is like running for president of the country or company, like restructuring rules that you deem inappropriate and impacting millions of lives. Or you could also take a monk route and go through the woods for 40 days, 40 nights alone, finding peace within yourself, eating nothing but bugs and drinking your own urine just to come out as the hero of your own story. So everything you want and need is then sent back to the universe using the brain, and it is all answered every single time. So you just have to be very careful and remember to listen out for the signs, because a lot of times we send out message to the universe but we don't wait for it to come back. We don't wait for, a sign to come back before we actually take action, because that is God actually communicating with us. Okay, so in a bracket format, I actually type like a side story. This infinite intelligence also match us up by combining all of our thoughts, our wishes, the change, the breakthroughs that we want to go through, all in a grand movie. So along with your storyline, you are also being matched to everyone else that's around you. So you could consider this as a group soul. So the thing is, you guys usually, the group soul, usually reincarnate together at the same time. This person could be your husband, your wife, your mom, your sister. You all have to go through this same karmic cycle to learn the lessons and understand the triggers that you guys give to each other in order for y'all to actually ascend together. We partake in each other's play. Imagine this is a script, right? And then you're each other's co-actors and you're all working together. No matter how angry you are at that person, know that this is part of your story. You created this. You wanted this growth, okay? So we all act out the scenes. We invest our attention and energy in our own character. And sometimes we even freestyle the script when we feel an impulse to. So all of this are happening on this beautiful stage called Earth. And we all have such beautiful stage effect. Just look around it. We are given so much beauty that we are immersed in it. This grand movie will lead us all to the story that we write, because this infinite intelligence is so smart, it's able to just piece all of us in together, each other's stories, while all achieving the things that we ultimately want. So there's no good or bad, only lessons to learn and karma to balance. So look around you. You are simultaneously someone's nightmare, someone's best friend, someone's savior, provider, someone's mother, someone's sister, and even a burden to some of the people around you. So the storyline is changing every day, depending on you. In the grand scheme of things, everything happens for a reason, and it's all spiraling in the pattern that's so beautiful and complex that we cannot comprehend with our little mind, but know that it's all happening because of you in that ultimate path that you want to lead yourself to. The main topic is still heart-brain coherence. If the seat of the soul, which is the heart, is hurt, it doesn't receive and send positive thoughts or messages through the brain as well, and therefore it has to go through more scenarios to see the patterns before it can acknowledge it. So some hearts are so hurt that they degenerative diseases to release itself from the 3D. So a lot of people, before they even have that cancer, that stage 4 cancer, that they are going through a lot of suffering in their mind, deep within, before the manifestation actually comes into the body. So if someone can heal their heart, it can also reverse many of the diseases and continue its play by elevating every thought, providing solutions to many. So you can continue your own storyline the moment you heal your heart. So if the brain is injured, our souls unable to communicate properly with the universe. So we may send the request slow or receive our scripts a bit later than everyone else. So while everyone is, moving on with their script, getting the best thing that's happening to them, we might still be stuck in the previous scene if your brain is not properly utilized. So you'll know your brain is not working as well when you realize that you're somehow always at the wrong place, at the wrong time, meeting the wrong people in that accident, where the guy crosses the street and just nice you're there in the middle of the road. Like all these things, I believe in synchronicity. Like nothing happens coincidentally, everything is happening because of you as a reflection of your energy. So in both of those circumstances, when either the heart or the brain don't work well together, this vehicle, your body, is considered old. Not in the age-wise, but in the ability to manifest and daydream your desires into the world. So make sure to take care of your ship. The happiest people don't age in this world because they are the ones who are constantly fulfilling their mission, in love with their storyline, and creating through faith. You can see a lot of happy old people who are doing their life's passion and they don't seem to age a single day. And that's, who we all ultimately want to become. So for those who are wondering, like, what should you work on right now? What is your mission and what is your script or your play? It's whatever that's right in front of you. Know that you have collected everything that's meant to be yours, including the people around you. So if your torturer is, just beside you, this is exactly what you have manifested, and you have to take power back in that. You are no longer a victim. Knowing this, you know that you are your own torturer, you are your own saver. So imagine, we are all here to play as kids. We can pick up whatever topic that we want, whatever toy that we want, and we get to dismantle it, pull it apart, lay it out properly, and then put it back together as something brand new. So this is just a metaphor for whatever topic that you choose, be it politics, religion, sex, beauty standard, monogamy, relationships, everything. Every topic that you pick up, you can dismantle it and put it back together and brand it as something new. Or you can just see what everyone else is playing and join them. All of the games that are already in the world have their own set of rules, limitations, breakthroughs, and process that it's already going on. You can decide if you want to join, being a vegetarian, or like global warming, or like gender equality, anything that you want. There's so much freedom to choose from. Don't worry about what you did not choose, because not one puzzle or topic is more important than another, and not one game is more urgent than another. For example, when they say, oh my god, the world is gonna burn down by 2023, like, you don't have to listen to that. It's all happening simultaneously. The earth is getting saved at the same time the animals are getting saved, at the same time where women equality are becoming stronger. You don't have to feel bad for anything, just go with the one that calls out to you, because you are here as your own person with your own connection to God, and you are able to turn any topic that you pick up into solution, as long as you are connecting with your heart and your brain. So they are all getting communicated back to the universe at the same time, all getting solved. You just have to focus on keeping this ship in check and care for your body and stay in touch with God. So when you're there in touch with God, you can pick up any topic, any problem, any suffering, and turn it into gold. So to measure the success in heart-brain coherence, we ask ourselves if we have been turning topics around us into gold. When we constantly talk to God, He would give us the cheat codes to life. And for a while, you might even feel bad, because since young we were told that we have to suffer, life isn't supposed to be easy, and having this kind of cheat codes is like an unfair advantage. But remember that everyone else that came here has the same heart and the same brain. They have exactly what it takes to talk to God. So everything else about, inequality, like your skin color, your nationality, your race, and your religion, for now, we won't touch on that. Let's just throw it into a box called ancestral trauma. And one day we will open it when we are all, in a higher vibration where we can see it as gold. But for now, just simmer in this pot of soup with me and give thanks to our body and this mothership for being in such a good working condition. So we can celebrate it by doing some yoga, listening to some soft music, and then just laying down, giving thanks to your body. So this was what I was writing yesterday, and I just shared it all over my social media, my Telegram channel, and I thought like it would also be so fun to just sit down and talk about it. Yeah, so let's just be good vibes, This is my clear quartz, and simmer in that thought. I feel like whether someone listened to this or not, it doesn't matter, because I do believe that my part, my role right now is just to share this information, and those who are ready would receive it, and those who are not, it's okay. We are all moving into 5D. It's gonna happen whether we like it or not, and I'm just very blessed to be able to be sort of a messenger for whatever this is that I just received. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and make sure to check out my other stuff, subscribe, the usual stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!